What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi. Should have done the my name is Levi, but we didn't. But welcome to another YouTube video, everyone. As some of you guys know, I'm currently in the midst of a bodybuilding prep, but when this prep's over, I'm gonna go back to more so my hybrid style of training that I do more so year round, or I would guess you could say like in my off season when I'm not bodybuilding, but it's not like I do bodybuilding all the time. It's just something that I like to compete in to test myself anyway. But I'm gonna be taking you guys through why you guys should be hybrid training. I think that, in my opinion, obviously this is my opinion, but I think it's very essential to having the overall, I would say, fit kind of encompassment, if that makes sense. To me, fitness is not just, oh, I go to the gym. To me, fitness is being in shape, both muscularity wise and endurance wise. So that's why I'm taking you guys through today's video and taking you guys through my opinion. This morning, we're here at the gym. We got a chest workout. As some of you guys know, if you guys have been following the journey along through the bodybuilding prep, I'm currently around 3 weeks out, actually a little less than. So this workout might suck a little bit, but it is what it is. Now, before we get started with the workout today, I wanted to let you guys in on the first why you should hybrid train. And I kind of already said this in the car, so it's going to be a reiteration of what I said in the car, but probably a lot more clear. So the reason I think that you should hybrid train, or the first reason, is because I think it actually makes you fit as a whole or in shape. I don't think that just training for endurance or just lifting makes you fit. I think that you kind of have to have the best of both worlds in terms of muscularity and endurance. Like, I've been to the gym before and been in shape in terms of my muscularity. Like, I've had the endurance muscularity wise, but haven't had it heart wise. And so I just think that being in shape and fit encompasses more than just doing one or the other. And I think hybrid training really just helps to attack both of those areas so that you have the best of both worlds and that you're truly in shape. Yeah, that's the reason. I think it just makes you overall fit rather than just fit in one certain sort of category that encompasses fitness, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna hit some incline on the Smith machine if we can find a bench. That's the problem with doing the Smith machine sometimes, especially if you're trying to bench, is that you have to get a bench from somewhere else and just hope that one's open. So wait for one to be open and then we'll get started. I'm tired of keeping this shit on this tank just doesn't hold up well. Like, any little weight was making this thing sag, and it's already kind of like a loose tank as it is. It's like on the cusp of almost being too loose, but it's fine for me. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when I'm benching, I don't go all the way and hit my chest. And the reason being for that is you actually create more time under tension when you're benching and you have a couple inches above your chest where the bar stops, because when you hit your chest, there's no longer any tension for that split little moment that the bar is touching your chest, because it's resting on there for a brief second and then you're pushing back up, and that's when the tension begins to build back up. As where if you go down 2 inches above your chest, keep it there, that tension remains the whole time. Also, it's a lot better for your shoulders, because if you go all the way down, you're going past the point to where your shoulders want to be at, and it can result in tears of like the pec, as some of you guys have seen on the internet. Some guys have like torn their pecs lately, and regardless of how far exactly they're going down, but still, you got to be more cautious of that, and going all the way down and going past that point at which your shoulder wants to can increase the chances of that injury happening. Just keep that in mind when you're benching, when you're doing chest workouts, you know, that you don't always go down and hit your chest. Obviously, when I'm training for a powerlifting meet, I have to touch my chest. And if you're someone who really like, oh, I'm never changing that, at least work on your shoulder mobility and your range of motion, just so that like when you are going down, your shoulders aren't shocked to that. Even then, I still recommend going inch above. But again, for the sake of like, if you're powerlifting or whatever it might be, you know, I get it, you gotta touch your chest. I've been there. For competition, they make you hold it on your chest an extremely long time. Nonetheless, you know, if you're just training in general, again, try to keep that 1 to 2 inches above. Also feeling super weak on this bodybuilding prep. I can't believe my weights. It's just terrible. This is heavy for me, and it's a 45 and a 10. Like normally it's like a 45 and a 45 or a 45 and a 20. 25. Ridiculous. All right, real quick, we're just gonna do a physique check. I don't know how many of you guys have been keeping up with the journey with this show and whatnot, but definitely our leanest look today. That was pretty cool, so I thought I'd show you guys. Also, one of the things I'll have you guys note is that a lot of the times, like the people you see on the internet, the way that they look is not, I would say, maintainable. Like it's not maintainable for a long period of time. And just for an example of how much work it takes to maintain that is like, you know, you gotta hop on the treadmill every day for like 60 minutes, gotta train, you gotta eat 1,800 calories. Like, dude, just the calories in itself is just not maintainable, especially for a guy. 1,800 calories is like nothing. As some of you guys know, I've been that low before. So looking like what I'm about to show you is not maintainable because of what it takes to get there. And also, you're gonna feel like shit. Like, a lot of people don't tell you this stuff. They just show you what they look like and don't tell you all what it takes. So probably around 9, maybe on the cusp of 10. But yeah, definitely the leanest look we have to date. Definitely the leanest that we've been on this prep series. I've been leaner before. That's how we're looking like. So we're about to head out of here. Well, not really, I got like 30 minutes of cardio left. But another reason you guys should be hybrid training is because both endurance training and some sort of resistance training enhance one another. Let's just take running for example. So if a runner goes into the gym and they train their legs to a decent amount and build some muscularity on their legs, they will be better than the runner who doesn't do that. And the reason being is because their muscles on their legs will be able to carry them out further than someone who doesn't have muscularity on their legs. I think that's just kind of common sense. Like when you think about that, like, yeah, no crap, the person who has legs that can take more of a beating because they have more muscular endurance can go further than the person who doesn't in terms of, you know, endurance training and going for a long distance run. Obviously, if you go into the gym and you train your legs to the point where they're just like huge, like tree trunks, obviously that can deter you a little bit because there's too much weight to carry, and also if you're eating too much and so on and so forth. So there is a balance to this, but also the same thing for weight training. I don't know how many of you guys have done like 10 to 12 reps for squat. Feels like you ran your mile at the hardest and fastest pace that you possibly could after you finish it. And it is super hard, but by training for your endurance or training your endurance, you will be able to withstand that further. And I gave this example in an old video on my other channel, but let's just say that your endurance is crap, right? And you're going to do 10 to 12 reps, but your endurance gives out before your muscularity endurance does. That can be an issue because that means that your muscles can go further, but your endurance is holding you back. So that's how endurance complements weightlifting. Yeah, that's how they both complement one another. I'm actually about to go do some cardio right now, not like endurance type cardio. That weight dropping is driving me mad, so I'll see y'all later, or later in this video. Right now we're heading to the post office really quick, and I wanted to let you guys in on this because this literally blew my mind. But TikTok Shop puts things on sale for like ridiculous sales. Like this shirt that I'm gonna put up on the screen by KillBuillt, it's like our best seller, is on sale right now for whatever reason for like $6. And I don't know why it's that cheap. I really don't. I still get the whole price of the shirt, like TikTok reimbursed the rest. So let's just say you guys buy the shirt for $6, TikTok still gives me the $32 that is the cost of the shirt. So it works out in the end, but here's my problem with it. First off, I didn't set that deal, so it's kind of weird. Second off, I don't want people thinking, you know, because there's people that have ordered from it, I don't want people to think when they get the shirt like, oh, this clothing brand sells ridiculously high quality t-shirts for a super low price. Like, no, that's not my brand image. I sell clothes that are high quality at a decent fair value for people to buy from, to rock and wear. And so that was like my problem with it, but I'm telling you guys because I can't really control the sale, and these shirts are about to sell out. We don't have any more extra larges left. So if you guys are interested, I will put the link down below in the description. Again, it'll literally only be $6 for that shirt. I do get reimbursed the 26 other dollars, so it's not like I'm not making profit on the shirt. I still am. So that link will be down in the description. We're headed off to the post office right now to drop those shirts off because we got a fair amount of orders last night when I announced it. So that's what we're doing at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully TikTok changes that eventually, because like I just don't like it, you know. And then also there's people that buy, you know, the original price, and then they see that deal and they're like, what? Like, I could have got that deal, and it just isn't fair to me. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Those packages are secured, dropped off, and in the hands of USPS. That doesn't mean that they guarantee the safety, but I can guarantee you that they're headed out. But again, back to the video. So another reason that you guys should hybrid train is because running and lifting both have insane benefits on the human experience. And what I mean by that is running and lifting and just overall putting yourself through intense workouts improves your cognitive function. And it also releases things called endorphins, which make you feel great after a workout. There has been just so many benefits to working out. And one of the things that my therapist has said to me before is that one of the first things that we recommend to people, if not the first thing, is to begin to do some sort of exercise or partake in it. And to me, that is so huge, because it's like one of the first things that people who are licensed professionals are doing is suggesting is fitness. And so to me, there's just benefits not only from working out, but also running, and just having the best of both of those worlds is so insane. And I shouldn't just keep saying running, just like endurance in general, but being able to do that is insane. And one thing in particular about, I should say, endurance training is that it just gets your mind used to being under pressure and stress for a long time, so that when suffering in life happens or you come across difficult things in life, your brain isn't so stressed out about it, and it can handle the situation better because you're forcing it to go under that through the endurance training. And your brain does have a hard time comprehending differences in pain, so that's why it goes hand in hand to help you through difficult circumstances in life. So that's why I think you should do it. I think it's just to maximize the most that you can get out of it. I really do, like truly do. We're heading home now. Got some other stuff to do. I got some homework and crap and all that crappy crap stuff. Down in some hydrate right now, could use it. I drink a lot of water throughout the day, and I mentioned this in my previous video or a video before this video. I can't remember exactly what video it was, but regardless, I mentioned in a video that you don't stay hydrated by drinking water, and I drink a lot of water throughout the day, and as you guys know, I'm really depleted on pretty much anything and everything as of right now. So drinking this hydrate helps a lot. What primarily hydrates you is the electrolytes that are found in, you know, things like certain foods and whatnot, like sodium, for example. Salt's found in multiple foods, like that's an electrolyte. Potassium as well, bananas. Like those are the actual minerals that help to keep you hydrated. And water does to an extent keep you hydrated, but if you like over drink, you can actually flush those minerals out and in turn not be hydrated. So it's just like a perfect balance of having water and electrolytes in your system. So that's why I love this supplement Hydrate right here by Transparent Labs. Someone in a previous video actually won this in a giveaway and said that this and the bulk pre-workout were just substantially awesome. They were just awesome products, and they said that it was simple, it tasted really clean, and that's great because that's what Transparent Labs provides to anyone that buys their supplements. It's not like other supplements that I've seen out where like they're trying to overemphasize like the flavor, the oh, like look at this little different thing we got going on. No, it's simple, and they're delivering high quality, and so that's what I love about it. So yeah, just having some hydrate right now. Gotta stay hydrated. Also do a little quick update on something else. Well, not me, but it's gonna be another dog. Look at you. Hey, look at the camera right now. Hey. Oh, well, this is the dog we were gonna do an update on. He responds a lot to whistling and stuff. He's trying to smell the camera. He probably thinks it's a toy. I guarantee if I threw it, he would get it. But if I threw the camera, I wouldn't be able to upload this. Hey, that's not your toy, dude. That's Bean's toy. He's really come around, wanting to keep you guys an update on him, because I think that, well, not I think, Isaac, when he was visiting, he's watched all my videos. He's like, dude, I haven't seen your other dog yet. And I'm like, well, I probably haven't shown him a lot, so I think I'd show you him really quick and whatnot, but come on, dude, that's not even your toy. So before I end this video, I wanted to essentially leave you guys off with not just the last final tip of this video, but just some good, I would say, insight on life in regards to getting out of your comfort zone in general. This will relate back to the video and has a whole bunch to do with the video actually. But as you guys have seen, maybe you've been following me for over the course of some years, I have taken in the last year and a half huge steps out of my comfort zone, and it has really benefited me a lot in my, I would say, spiritual journey, my mental journey, and my physical journey. So most of my life, I would say I was someone who was always eager to get out of my comfort zone, but I was always scared of judgment, fear of what others might think, which kind of also judgment, and just wondering if I could even handle it. Like, I lacked confidence in a lot of areas, and I've learned that about myself from going into these uncomfortable situations and whatnot. So one of the things in particular is that I used to have, like, you know, a clothing brand deal, right? And I switched over to running my own, because the goal for me when I started this whole thing was to never be, I would say, just an affiliate kind of person. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and being an entrepreneur is very uncomfortable, but I got comfortable at one point with the clothing brand sponsors and all this stuff, and I eventually realized, like, I need to leave those if I ever want to grow and get to the next level. It was very uncomfortable. You know, starting KillBuillt was just, it was a huge learning curve, and I'm so grateful for Rory, who you guys have seen on this channel here and there. And as you guys have seen too, like just through the videos, it's really helped my life and whatnot. And so I want to encourage you guys today to get out of your comfort zone in general. Like, that's just something I want to say in a broad scope of things, but also it's going to be a part of the video, like I said. So the last and final thing that I have for you guys is I want you guys to get out of your comfort zone. So I was always predominantly lifting. However, I did kind of have a running background, so it was easier for me to get into it. But when I started taking my endurance training more seriously about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I never imagined doing a marathon. Like, it sounded cool. Spartan races were always something I wanted to do, but it was something that, like, always held me back, right? Because I was just scared, like wondering if I could even do it. And by hybrid training, I got to that point and level of confidence where I believed in myself enough that I could do those other things. I'm not saying like all of a sudden like it's just gonna boost your confidence. I mean, it will, you know, trying something different, but essentially just, you know, maybe you've always just ran because that's what you were comfortable with, or maybe you've always just lifted because that's what you were comfortable with. And you've always kind of been interested in the other, but like you don't know where to begin. You need to immerse yourself in that and learn, because it will teach you so much, not only about yourself, but just another subject and matter of life that you had no idea about, even if you don't even end up liking it. That's another thing that I think hybrid training does. It put me in an uncomfortable situation in general. Like, there's still so much of hybrid training that I have to discover. Like, I am a good swimmer, but I hate swimming. And eventually I want to do an Ironman, and it's like, it's going to be super uncomfortable for me because I hate swimming, and just the fact that like I feel like I'm constantly in this loop of putting myself in uncomfortable situations is just super good for me mentally and spiritually, depending on how you attack it. And so that's why I strongly suggest hybrid training. It's just, I feel like it's this constant battle of putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation and growing from it. But that is going to do it for the video. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button, because me, Urko, and the Pug Bean are going to be back in the next one. So with that being said, die trying to do what you love, guys. The sky is the limit, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Yeah.